Wow. Did you see it? Were you watching the Oscars? Probably not. I was not. I woke up this morning and I saw the headlines. Then you can't miss this thing. We'll get to Biden. We'll get to Ukraine. The mess he created, by the way, continues to create. But first, this, because this is a big moment culturally, and it reveals a lot, I think, about what's wrong right now with America. But again, Will Smith hit Chris Rock.
Oh, wow.
Wow is right. What happened here? Now, look, 1.5% of me thinks this might be a setup, a hoax that they're both in on. We'll get back to that. Probably is the real deal, though. What led to this? What is happening? Everything was fine. Take a look.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
G.I. Jane, okay, that was with Demi Moore. She shaved her head. I guess Jada Pinkett there has no hair. She has a condition, whatever. She doesn't like it. Take a look at Will Smith, though. He just heard the joke. He's laughing. He's enjoying it. And about 7 seconds later, he's about to punch out the guy who told it. Next.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
There's a great reaction from Chris Rock, by the way. He handled this very well. He kind of made light of it, but at the same time, like, there's no escaping what the heck just happened. And then this might have been worse than the hit. Will Smith starts using really ugly language, not only on national television, on international television across the globe.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Well, that's a problem that he has. A real issue. We'll get to that in a moment, but back to Chris Rock, how he handles it and how he kind of stays. This guy's very, very good.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary out.
And that was a great line. It really was. Greatest night in the history of television. Had to say something. He handled it well. But the moment a man assaulted someone in front of a global audience, now that is a crime. Whether people were watching or not, this is assault. And we all saw it. It actually is against the law in California. Let's put up that law. Assault and battery. Any willful and unlawful use of force or violence upon the person of another. All right? There it was. But Will Smith is famous. He's popular. He's rich. He's powerful. He's black too, and I think that might have something to do with it. Security didn't come up to him and say, may we have a word with you? The cops didn't come. No. 10 minutes later, he gets the big trophy of the night, Best Actor.
And the Oscar goes to
Will Smith!
Now look at this, hugging it out with John Travolta. He just hit a man. They're all clapping. Look, this is the way Hollywood rolls, though. If you're rich, you're powerful, you can get away with a lot of stuff. Pause on him for a moment. Harvey Weinstein, everybody. Harvey ran Hollywood for a long time, but everybody knew that Harvey was a predator. But he was rich. He was famous. He could greenlight a movie. He could get you in a movie. So no one ever called the cops. Apparently Kevin Spacey may have been the same way, had all kinds of issues, but rich, popular, famous, protected. And possibly most disgusting of all, a convicted pedophile, Roman Polanski, was given an Oscar, even when he was a convicted pedophile.
And the Oscar goes to Roman Polanski for The Pianist.
Roman Polanski raped a 13-year-old girl in the 1970s. He's been convicted of it, and look at how they applaud him. I actually think that he's popular in part because of what he did. Why else? Did anybody even see that crummy movie that he made? No. This is a really, really bad place, Hollywood. Back to Will Smith, trying to spin himself out of this crazy situation. He tried this.
Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi, the two actresses that played Venus and Serena. I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people.
Just live your life. You can love all you want. Protect people, let the cops do that. I get the sense that he's a wannabe cop. Who does he think he is protecting people? Does he want to be a bodyguard? That was very strange. Next.
Now, I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay.
It's kind of like life, actually. You know, not everybody's going to like you. It's rough out there, Will. And Will, you've had a pretty choice ride. Take a look. Yes, he's worth $350 million. He has a $42 million house that is the size of an airport terminal. Many, many movies. He's been doing this for a long time. Maybe that's part of the problem. When you're famous and rich for a very long time, from a very early age, with minimal education, maybe you just can't handle it. I don't know. And he's given the critics a lot to work with. His, personal situation with his wife is very odd. It is a polyamorous relationship, reportedly said to be the practice of having separate intimate relationships with two or more people at the same time. They've both spoken about this. From Will Smith, we have given each other trust and freedom, and marriage for us can't be a prison. The experiences to me is the highest definition of love. And she says, rather cryptically, one thing I'll say is that there have never been any secrets in trying to get to a deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in the fire. All right, everybody seems to know that they do whatever they want. And that can lead to outbursts, I think, like we saw last night, when you go from 0 to light speed in a half a second. Now we have this from the big speech.
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
He's right about that, actually. Fortunately, he didn't go much deeper than that. Look, Denzel Washington apparently warned him about what the devil can do, and the big takeaway I want for these celebrities who I've never met, that those two spend time together. Denzel is a Christian. He speaks about his faith quite a bit. He encourages people to get into scripture. And I think he could learn a lot from Denzel, because whatever he's talking about, whatever he's doing, it's not cutting it.
I want to be an ambassador of that kind of love and care and concern. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light on all of the people.
All the people who helped him make King Richard, a movie that nobody saw, very few people will see. It's a story of some guy named Richard. I guess he was the father of Venus and Serena Williams. Movies these days aren't what they used to be. Everybody knows that. And he speaks like they invented a new instant cure for COVID. That's what these people think of themselves. It's just a movie that you probably won't see, and if you do, you'll forget about it before it's over. Now, was Will Smith sincere last night? I don't think so. I think he was acting during that speech, because here he is just a few minutes later. Pump up the volume, please. West to the east to the north. I know this song from the 90s. It's not considered very good, but there he is, having the time of his life. Do you go from that tearful apology, speaking about God and the vessel you want to be, to partying down to your own crummy music, surrounded by sycophants and fools? I think you go home for some introspection, don't you? Or maybe go to a diner with Denzel. Again, the moment. Adults know how to handle it. I guess he's not an adult. You want to see an adult who could handle it? Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan. Remember them? Well, of course we do, and we love them. And Don Rickles, the master comedian. Man, insult comedy was his thing, and boy, he could, but people understood it. And they were more mature back then, I guess. Take a look.
And the governor is the great politician of all time. He laughs at anything. My brother died. I tell you out there, America, our governor is dumb. That's a joke, Governor.
That's maturity, that's style, that's grace, and that's intelligence. Then Governor Reagan of California was no dummy. He was incredibly smart. He knew that. He was confident, and that's why he could take the joke. A very different time. Today we actually have major stars stepping up to defend Will Smith. Tiffany Haddish, you know her, defends Will Smith's Oscars 2022 slap. She calls it the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Yes, when I saw a black man stand up for his wife, that meant so much to me. What could it have meant? Violence turns her on? I don't know, but the Oscars put out a statement, a very weak one at first. The Academy does not condone violence of any form. Wow, as if anybody does. And then the rest of the statement goes on about what a great night it was or could have been. And so what do? They had to have a meeting. And they had to say, okay, what do we do now? Politically, what can we do? I mean, Will Smith is, we don't want to be called racist. What do we do here? And then they see which way the wind is blowing. They come out with something slightly tougher. The Academy condemns the actions of Mr. Smith at last night's show. We have officially started a formal review around the incident and will explore further action and consequences. Okay. Violence, by the way. They don't like violence. Hollywood does not like violence. I mean, nobody likes violence, but it's interesting. Everyone's freaked out about this slap, including me. But we see far worse dramatized all the time. We see about 5 million deaths on television by the time you reach the age of 60. I saw a study that said that once, plus or minus. So, could this have been a hoax? 1.5% chance. 1.5% chance. Number one, the ratings, hey, they need something. No one is watching the Oscars anymore. Look at what happened. Since they've gone woke, by the way, and Trump was right, when you go woke, you get demented. They've lost, 30 million viewers? Because movies used to bring us together. Now, if I can go to the 2022 nominees for Best Picture, do you know any of these movies? Belfast, Coda, Dune is a remake. I don't know any. I guess King Richard I know because of The Punch. Don't Look Up. I heard something about that. So movies used to be like, young and old, we all went to the movies, and it was kind of beautiful. 1976, these movies are still classics, still classics. Rocky, All the President's Men, Network, Taxi Driver. Let's go into the 1990s. Every year had like movies that we still, Forrest Gump, Four Weddings and a Funeral, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, The Shawshank Redemption. I would watch all of those in a row. Maybe except for Four Weddings and a Funeral. All right. So back to the moment. Take a look. Could this have been faked? There is a chance. Chris Rock's whole body is not displaced. If you hit me and a guy that size, I'd probably go flying, at least lose my balance, my footing. And he doesn't. What do you think? Could it have been a stunt? And remember, when we saw Will just smiling and chilling, something could be up. I know it's not a big deal, but whatever. Will Smith, I hope you're talking to Denzel right now. Well, here's something. Will Smith has now offered a real apology, it looks like, on Facebook. He says he apologizes directly to Chris Rock. He says he was out of line and wrong. He's embarrassed by his actions, not indicative of the man I want to be. He apologizes to the Academy, to the producers, to the Williams family, to everybody watching, and he says he's a work in progress. Definitely. Small step in the right direction. Be right back.